No more. That era of betrayal is over.
I'm a history nerd, and in 1777, George Washington looked at his army and they were getting hollowed out by smallpox. And it was happening faster than the British were managing to kill our soldiers. And George Washington made a hard call. Everyone gets inoculated, no exceptions. It was risky, it was controversial, and historians will tell you that it actually helped keep our American experiment alive. And 250 years after that, the United States military has been looking out for its own troops the exact same way. Get your shots, prevent diseases. But back in April, Pete Hegseth looked at all of that, all the accumulated wisdom, and said, nah. Instead, I'm going to listen to our brainworm, roadkill-eating friend because he knows what's really up. So Hegseth, he recorded a video, posted it on social media, and ended the military's mandatory flu shots.
We're seizing this moment to discard any absurd, overreaching mandates that only weaken our warfighting capabilities. In this case, this includes the universal flu vaccine and the mandate behind it, because your body, your faith, and your convictions are not negotiable, your health. Rest assured that under President Trump, the War Department will always honor our brave warriors and do everything we can to restore the American people's trust in their military for generations to come. And that's why I'm proud to sign this new policy.
And he didn't just end it, he gave a speech about it, calling mandatory vaccines an absurd, overreaching mandate that weakens our war-fighting capabilities. And then he framed it as freedom. Your body, your choice, soldier. Ironic from that side, right? And this is all a hilarious principle to suddenly discover that in an institution whose entire function is telling you when to wake up and what to wear and where to stand and how short your hair can be, now it's your body, your choice. Basic training is not exactly a long Socratic seminar on personal autonomy. But on this one thing, this one needle, against all of the advice of experts, Trump's Pentagon decided that their warriors should figure it out for themselves. And that's what they did. At Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, the place that every new Air Force recruit has to go through for basic training, vaccination rates among incoming recruits cratered. They went from nearly 100% down to about 40%. And if you're not aware, during basic training, recruits sleep in open bays on bunk beds, packed in, eating on long communal tables. It is, and I mean this medically, I'm not a doctor, basic training is a 5-star luxury resort for viruses. And that virus, man, it went to town. And as of this week, at least 222 recruits at Lackland have come down with the flu. Shocking, right? It took just 2 months for the most predictable backfire in modern military history to land. It's the warrior ethos, am I right? And look, several of these soldiers, they've even had to be hospitalized. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, they've all now quietly reversed their course and started requiring the flu shots again. And you know, it's because the flu, it's not nothing. This past flu season alone, the flu put 340,000 Americans in the hospital and killed 21,000 Americans. The military mandated vaccines like this, not because some Biden-era pharmaceutical plot, but because in close quarters, sickness spreads like wildfire and a sick, armed force can't fight. But this is what happens. This is what happens when you run the military like the man in charge is an alleged alcoholic with a rage problem. You don't get freedom. Instead, you get a base full of sick 18 and 19-year-olds, entire branches having to quietly admit that they were wrong, and you end up with an underprepared force, all in the middle of a war. It is a shame. And stories like this, they hit the news, but they don't get traction. And that's why I'm asking you to share this story. We need to let the algorithm know that you need to hear more stories like this one.